Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the ISU-152K. It's a Tier 8 premium Soviet tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Serene Coast, and this one is under the command of Chickens 1003 of the Arty clan. And we haven't seen this tank for a while. Game on. Well, it's the ISU-152, which is basically an upgrade of the original 152, which was actually made from a KV hull. The SU-152 was KV-1, but with a bigger gun. This thing has the BL-10, that's the big gun capable of 750 alpha. It's got the second highest alpha of any Tier 8 premium. You can see here, 750, 286mm pen with standard AP, and with the APCR 329mm, so it's very, very powerful indeed. It's still a bit vulnerable from the sides and the rear, but it's very, very powerful from the front. You don't want to get spotted by the enemy, but you can deal out a huge amount of damage on enemy tanks. Ideally, you just don't want to let them see you, but you want to hit them with as much power as you can. It's a 152mm gun, as I said, 750 alpha. Let's see what he can do. Okay, target. Bye-bye, target. Well, that's one. I know, it's seriously funny when you can delete a tank just by pointing at it, clicking, and it's gone. I mean, that's even more troll than an Arty is. And I'm saying that from an Arty perspective. I mean, the thing is, Arty points at an enemy tank and we fire and the shell could go nowhere near it. This thing, you point at the enemy and it's deleted out of the game. Now, admittedly, it doesn't always work like that. In fact, the BL-10 gained a bit of a reputation as a troll cannon, not for the what it would do to the enemy, but for how it would actually troll the user. He decided not to shoot there, and in fact he's getting very close to this Hori 2, who's sitting in the bush, whereas we're outside it. There are a few targets up ahead, but at the moment not a lot we can see. It's based on the IS hull, so this time round, instead of being a KV offshoot, it's actually an IS offshoot. Top speed is only 40 kilometers an hour. And didn't get anything off that one. Might get something off that T103 if he pops around the corner. It's got 90mm of hull armor at the front and on the sides, but only 60 on the rear. But at 90, it's not really enough even to protect it from some of the tanks it's likely to come up against. Being Tier 8, it could actually see Tier 10s. He's decided to change position altogether. And oh, now there is a target there that he could have hit, but he just wasn't in the position at the time. I'm amazed that there's no enemy light tank trying to get at him. But unfortunately, the enemy light tank didn't live very long. Still looking around for a target. Oh, for a moment, I thought we saw the top of the turret of the T103. And now we've got a Skoda. Hello, Mr. Skoda. No, he didn't leave that to dial in long enough, and well, it dispersed away from the target. But he's decided to get a bit closer. You can see the very long reloading time, but this is a two-part shell. And there's a Noobs there as well, but he's behind the building. No. I don't think he had a chance of getting that Noobs, I'm afraid. Okay, turns to face the Noobs, building in the way. Taking a bit of a risk, he has been spotted. In fact, he's been spotted by the Scorpion behind him. Now, he couldn't kill that Scorpion with one shot, but he can certainly mess him up. Trouble is, the Scorpion will probably try to do the same to him. So he's seeking cover over here and hoping that the Scorpion doesn't decide to hunt him. He's trying to creep round. Why do I get this feeling the Scorpion would have gone around the corner and not be on this side? Hello, Mr. Scorpion! Only left him on 39 hit points. And I think the Ferdinand wants that one. Oh dear, he did take one round. But it was a low roll for the Scorpion, who's now very, very disappointed and out the game. We did get spotted. Oh, that's what he did instead. Oh my gum, the fact there, he just pointed and clicked and the guy went out just like that. Wow. So he's now got 2 kills. It's very amusing, isn't it, to say the least. Now, the enemy might be looking over the lake to say, I want a piece of that guy. We'll just stay here for a moment. Our T-44 is getting close to their cap area. I have a strong suspicion there's some enemy tanks on the peninsula. And in fact, we are now capping in the enemy base. There's their Tiger 2. So he's not on the peninsula. In fact, all the time we're making our way up here, it appears the charioteer might be on his way back to try and defend his cap. Because you can probably see the fact that the Tiger 2's found others. In fact, the charioteer did go back and he's been wiped out. So there's only 3 left, but I think the Arty is probably on the peninsula. And he might be with the Kalana. So what he's going to do is sneak up by the lake, because he wasn't spotted when he went out past the open. And there's the Kalana in the distance. Unfortunately, can't get a shot from here. This really is a fun tank destroyer. If you've got one, it is actually quite funny. Of course, so many people loved the BL-10 cannon when it was actually in the Tech Tree tanks. But of course, Wargaming took it out of the Tech Tree tank and they wanted to sell it because they knew how much fun it was to play. After all, people like Jingles were making it out to be the next thing. Oh, and there's the enemy Arty. It's actually over on that peninsula. So if we go in this direction and get spotted, yes, he's probably going to try and put around into our rear. So the best thing for us to do is actually come up behind and wipe him out. Hello, Mr. Arty. Oh, he's gone into hiding. We take one round from the Tiger, who has come back. We can turn around and kill him. Ow. Yes, I don't think we can afford to back up straight up like that. We should have turned as we were doing it, but oh well, we can take this guy out. And he's gone, but it's now another 15 seconds. The standard reload is actually 18, so it's 18.22. So you can see that Chickens has actually reduced that quite a bit. Oh, and the Kalana's come back. So now we've got 3 kills, but we've got the potential to have 5. The only player on our team who actually survived was the Ferdinand, and he's behind us. But he was very useful last time when we wanted to kill someone. And, yep, so the Tiger 2 saw us, but didn't do anything about it. Oh no! Well, the Kalana managed to get the kill. But I think the Tiger 2's made a big mistake coming this close, and hello! Yes. That caliber of shell, even at close range, even hitting the side of the vehicle, is totally lethal. And the Kilana, well, he should have dived straight in because he would have known that we were in reload, but now he's left it too late, and of course he has to pay the consequences. And the consequences of this big gun are that if you get into the field, oh, well, go past him, drive straight past him, that's it, and keep driving straight past him until you've reloaded, then you can turn and shoot. And he's trying to turn and shoot. Unfortunately, because he's 1400 hit points. Oh, we got a fire. Okay, when he did that right, absolutely right. Reload back off and shoot. And he's going to have to do the same again. But kudos to Chickens, he's doing this absolutely perfectly. And he's reloaded, and this is for the game. Hello! Perfect! Absolutely perfect! What an amazing end to the game. He ammo-racked the last enemy tank and blew it to pieces when he was right next door to him. That was a first ace tanker for Chickens 1003 in the ISU-152K. He also managed to get a demolition expert because he blew up the Kilana at close range. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5, one short of getting a top gun, and 1/3 of the enemy team a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. But he didn't get any other medals in the game, and his win 8 from that one, 7,539. Let's have a look at team score. Well, surprisingly, he didn't get the highest damage. The Tiger 2 did. He got 6,548 hit points, picked up a high caliber and a top gun. Second highest damage went to Chickens with 4,506. And the third highest damage went to the SU-130PM on the enemy team with 2,303. When it came to kills, he was beaten by the Tiger 2 by just 1 tank. He got 6 kills in the top gun, and you can see that Chickens 1003 got 5 kills. 2 kills went to the Ferdinand on his team, the Scorpion G and the Kilana. And of course, Chickens killed both of those guys. And when it came to base XP, he wins that one for sure. 1,331 went to Chickens 1003, whilst the next highest being the Tiger 2, 1,184, and the third highest being the SU-130PM on his own team with 891. So at least he got one of the columns, even if the Tiger 2 beat him to the others. But that Tiger 2 guy driver made a big mistake. Never let the guy point a BL-10 at you, because even if it hits you on the rear, and even if it's an acute angle, it's still going to do a huge amount of damage with an HE round. He fired only 11 rounds in the game, got 8 direct hits on the enemy and 7 penetrations. 4,506 hit points of damage, of which 1,303 were at more than 300 meters. 3 hits received, all 3 penetrated. I did say the armor was fairly thin. 90 millimeters is not enough to stop any of the normal tier 8 opponents. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and on a premium count, he actually made 149,314 credits, and he got 25 bonds as well. And finally, 3,194 experience points out of that game as well, because this is a bonus. You get a bonus for being a premium vehicle. So, yes, a really great game, and his first ace tanker. Let's have a look at the second replay that he sent in. The second replay is on the north spawn of Murovanka. Now, one of the bad things about this tank is that it doesn't have a whole lot of ammo. You only get 20 rounds in total, so you have to make really good use of them. Otherwise, you could come a cropper. It's also overall inferior to the actual original ISU-152, but of course, this one has the BL-10 cannon, which is, well, it is the troll cannon. It does get frequent module damage, and as I said, very poor armor, which means it can be penetrated. And the worst thing of all is really the aim time and accuracy. You did see a couple of really excellent shots during that game. He almost just point and click and the enemy went straight down. But on the whole, dialing in on target does take a huge amount of time. So you need to be absolutely certain you want to destroy the target. Okay. Target up ahead, an ISU-152. As I said, that's the tank destroyer based on the KV hull. This one on the IS hull, so slightly different. If I remember correctly, there is an ISU-152 actually at the Tank Museum at Kubinka. I'm not sure if it's a K version though. There's quite a few ISUs there, in fact, including the ISU-13. Was it the 130? Oh, target! Oh, no, too late. He fired and he was spotted. Yeah, knocked the tree down to give you good cover there. Well, the enemy Arty in this game is a school bus and a Crusader SP. Our team seems to have nicely distributed themselves. I would have actually gone ahead and used that tree that was nearby, the big one, because you could knock that down and give yourself fairly good cover, and or use the bushes nearby. But it looks like what he's going to do now is shoot up on this hill here. And, oh, there's T-92. He could literally vaporize that with one shot. But things are moving fairly quickly. Okay, let's see what he can destroy from here. Ooh, T-29. This is a tier 8 game with tier 7 tanks in it. And he gets a hit, but a low roll for only 645. He did get spotted as well. And sitting up on top of this hill, feel kind of naked. T-92 is dropping in and out. Might want to keep an eye just to our left every now and then, because we do know there's a Barask over there, and we did get spotted. We don't really want to get hit by a Barask. .720 Alpha off a Barask if we get hit with average shots. Ooh, target! We can destroy this one. And he's gone. T-32, no more. Now he could use the water tower as cover to the left. Looks like the enemy's been pushed back. Oh, A44 over there. We could have had a pop at him.
I need your help.
Right, he's recruiting the others to come in and say, okay, it's okay for me to be here. It's okay for you to be here. And we found out where the AMX M445 is, but there's also a Striv over there. So we could take the Striv out. He's backing up, but remember that guy's got a 105mm gun. So he would do a lot of damage. So the best thing to do is come around the corner from the wreck and only expose one corner of it. He's thinking about that. Just go around the corner of the wreck. Nope. He doesn't want to do that either. I think, yes, he's trying to disengage from the AMX so the others couldn't see him when he comes around. And now he's going around the corner. Although I think he's expecting the AMX M445 to come around that corner instead. Well, we're one up on the enemy at the moment. Ah, there's the AMX M445, and he did see us. Yes, Arty's firing a little late. They're not leading the target enough. What Arty Noobs players, of course, wouldn't make that mistake. They would try to aim, at least to put a bit of lead into the target. I would still go around the Rex, actually, because that Striv is more than likely still there. And here comes the AMX. Yeah, bad decision. Not with a BL-10 cannon. If you see the letter K after the ISU, you know it's got the BL-10. Doesn't have anything else. Now, I think he's probably going to use that wreck for cover, but he's actually dashing across and not giving the Striv any time to react. Quick look. Oh, Striv changed position. And in fact, actually did move in the right direction. So we need to back up if we want a shot at him. But in fact, the Striv is trying to pull away, and now we know where the enemy Arty is. So we can... Oh, he has highlighted that on the map. This thing's a little slow to crest ridge lines like this. You only get 5 degrees of gun depression as well, which makes it a little difficult. And the Obsidian just got hit by the Arty on their team. I guess they're not having to lead the target, of course, because he's driving straight towards them. And the Striv, well, he's not here. He's pulled back to the back row. So he's ahead of the Obsidian. And there's the Striv. That's it. Let it settle. Well, nice hit, but it didn't kill him. But it almost reduced him to nothing. And Arty's having a toll on him as well. One more Arty round, please. Unfortunately, he doesn't come in time. We lose the Obsidian, but they lose the Striv. And that's 3 kills now. Still 3 enemy out there. The other medium tank, of course, is the Unis 14.5, and he could be a bit of a noob. So he was full health last time he was seen, and he was on the southeast side of the map. And yep, you can see that Chickens has decided he's just going to go all in, find the enemy Arty, and wipe them out. Now, this is quite a heavy vehicle, 52 tons. It is made from a heavy tank, so it can ram if necessary. Let it settle, let it settle. One shot. And there's the Unis. He's directly ahead of us. Oh, and we're getting hit by the Crusader. Just keep going for the Unis. Keep going. You will reload before, and of course you need to get the gun to bear on him. Now. Oh, it trolled you. Now he's got to take another few shots, but his teammates are coming up behind him. And the enemy Arty is probably going to be thinking about them as well. Oh, we take another hit from the Crusader. Now, get this right. There's the shot. And now it's just the Crusader. And there he is. He's directly ahead of us. Drive at him. Just drive straight towards him. His gun's up. He knows he's reloading. And what a blow. Yeah, I think he blew his top. Here's the end of battle results. And that was another Ace Tanker game for Chickens 1003 in the ISU-152K. In fact, this game took place a day after the other one. He got yet another demolition expert for blowing an enemy tank to pieces. Again, it was the last one, but of course it was much easier for him to do it on the Crusader because of course it's all open. He also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, as well as a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, a Pascucci's medal for killing both enemy SPGs, as well as a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. It was the last one that was the 6th kill. I didn't think he was going to get it, actually. I thought one of his teammates might try and steal it away, but they let him go for it. And the win rate, 7,036, so a much better result overall, even though the last one was the first ace tanker he's had. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he got the highest damage in this one, 3,597. Second highest damage being the GeForce-1008 on his team, who got 2,559. And the third highest went to the Barask on the enemy team with 2,491. When it came to kills, he got it this time as well. 6 kills went to Chickens. 4 kills went to the UDAS 14-5. 3 kills went to the GW Panther. I guess that UDAS driver was actually hanging back and treating his vehicle like a TD and sniping people from a distance. And that's why he managed to preserve his hit points for so long, but only got a relatively minor amount of damage and 4 kills. And when it came to base XP, we can see the highest was for Chickens, 1,293. He's the only one to get over 1,000. The next highest being the Obsidian, getting 865, followed by the KB3, getting 755. He fired only 10 rounds this time, so he only used half his ammo. 8 direct hits on the enemy, 8 penetrations, 3,597 hit points, of which 1,419 were at more than 300 meters. He received 5 hits from the enemy, most of them right at the end of the game, 2 penetrating shots, 1 non-penetrating shot, and 3 hits by way of splash, 360 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 1,268 hit points of spotting assist in that game as well. On a premium count, he actually made 149,359 credits. He also picked up 10,851 experience points out of it again because it was a ×5 day. And he got 90,000 credits as a mission completion reward as well. So it just goes to show, if you want to earn credits, you pick a premium tank that can generate a lot of damage. You really can get a high payout in a very short period of time. This battle only being 10 minutes long. I think if we remember on the previous game, that game took 10 minutes as well and generated about the same amount of credits. So you see, if you want to earn credits, a tank destroyer like this, yes, you can do it from a distance and get a good result. And of course, in both cases, he had a nice bit of fun, but of course, he did have to take the lead to get the result he wanted in both cases. When, as I said, this is a glass cannon. It's very vulnerable, but it does have that big cannon, which is capable of absolutely lethal damage to the enemy. Hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.